Hey everyone, it's Joanna, and I just wanted to get on here and give you all an update. Thank you so much for those of you who watched my video and made comments or shared it, just to build awareness and to bring any kind of solidarity to those of us who are seeking to heal from medication injury or withdrawal. I actually, it was on the 11th, I passed the 1 year mark for being off meds, but it depends on how you calculate it because I had a kindling in February. And so if you count from then, it's not 1 year. But since this whole being completely off medication, except for that kindling, it's been a year. So, I was in a really bad wave when I did get to that year mark. And so that was hard, but I still acknowledged it as you've come this far. And anyway, so I wanted to do just an update because the last video I made was about a month ago, and I've definitely seen a lot of improvement in the last month. I've had a lot more windows, and I've been able to function a lot more and go out a lot more. I even noticed the other day I laughed several times, and it was genuine. And I was just sort of like, what was that? So I really am seeing progress. And I hold on to that because in a wave, it appears as though there's been no progress at all. It's like evidence there's no progress at all. So I have to really repeat and reiterate whenever I have windows and whenever I can see the positive, to just repeat and reiterate that to myself, to give myself that evidence and reassurance that I am moving forward and this isn't going to last forever. So I just wanted to give you all that update. There are a lot of symptoms dropping off too. And that is also really encouraging. I've had a lot less fatigue and I've been able to focus better. I've still had a lot of rumination and negative emotions, although it's like the intensity has been less this last week or so. So really thankful to see any kind of progress in this. So for those of you in the early months and just thinking you're never ever going to be able to function or think normally or feel positive feelings, you will, I'm totally giving you this encouragement because you will. I thought it was impossible. And here I am, I'm functioning so much better. I still have symptoms and waves, and I know I'm still not all the way out, but I can see that there is real progress, and I have moments of real enjoyment now, and where I can hold on to a positive perspective for a little bit longer. So yeah, that's my update. And I would also really love to hear what kinds of things you guys would like to hear more about or discuss on here. One thing that came up recently, talking with others going through this, is rumination and the looping thoughts that seem to provide evidence that you aren't going to heal. So each person's reasons show up differently, because of blank, I just cannot heal. I'm going to be the one who cannot heal. And then your mind just loops and loops and loops over that unfixable thing. And that in itself, I was in a support circle call with Angie Peacock, which I really recommend those. And she was explaining how that in itself is a symptom of withdrawal, that the ruminating, I cannot heal because of blank, is in itself a symptom, and a symptom that will resolve as you just keep moving forward and you keep healing. there is a timeline on this. It isn't infinite. So I'm holding on to that a lot because my loops really do appear completely unfixable to me and like beyond repair. Like they really seem impossible. But same with so many others who are experiencing this. There's like a thing that seems to be the reason, this reason, because of where I live, or because of how long I was on, or because of how I tapered, or because of X relationship, or because of, my inability to sleep, or any of these number of things. It seems like just an all-consuming doomsday ongoing thing. And really that's your brain is trying to figure out why you're not okay right now. And so your brain just latches onto something and loops and loops and loops around it. So we need a lot of encouragement along the way, but we really, really can heal, and life can be getting better and better. So I still am dealing with a lot of like negative emotions or negative perspective about like when I look out long term, or with like how I see myself or how I see my situation. So I'm like continually trying to reframe, and then like focus on what I can do in the moment, and trying to, like if it's washing dishes, like wash them all by hand. If it's spending time with my kids, like reading with them, doing physical things, a project with them. I do like their schoolwork with them. So like then focusing on these activities rather than, even if the looping thoughts are happening, to just focus and to try not to let them take from, they may be trying to take over while I'm trying to do other things, but seeking to stay in the moment as much as I can has been a really like helpful coping strategy. And then trying to encourage myself too, like, you did it, you focused on the moment, you got this task done, you made it through the morning, things like that. So yeah, I would love to hear from you all, like what kinds of symptoms you're dealing with, what kinds of challenges, anything that you'd like to discuss or cover here. Just want this to be a place of just openly talking about healing from medication withdrawal. So thanks guys so much for listening, and I really appreciate you, and cheering you on for your own healing journeys.